Hey, my friends, thank you for joining me today on Tony Talks. I want to talk a little bit about what I'm calling the sexual reformation. You know, back in the 60s, there was something called the revolution, the sexual revolution, but now this is not even a revolution anymore. This is literally a reformation where sexuality is being redefined right before our eyes in everyday life. And quite frankly, I think we have let the deviant and the predators out of the dark and into everyday mainstream society. These are the people that are redefining sexuality in all kinds of areas. But something I want to point out just for a moment is we've had a Hollywood mogul, this superstar producer that has now been exposed for his sexual harassment of women. But here's something very interesting. You know, when the stories came out about President Trump before he was president, oh, the outcry, the parades, the vagina-wearing hat women that were just losing their minds, and rightfully so, by the way. But now that one of their own, one of Hollywood's own, one of the elitists, one of the left wing has been exposed for his behavior, I don't see any parades. I don't see any outcry. I don't see any women with vagina hats running around decrying this individual. Isn't it interesting, my friends? You know, we're living in this era of let's remove all sexual restraints, and yet we have more sexual laws, more sexual policies in the workplace than we have ever had before. Do you know why? Because even society in its decaying self understands it has gone too far, that the limits have been broken and that boundaries are being broken. And so somehow society tries to regulate itself in and haul itself in by creating all these policies and all this harassment stuff so that it somehow will control itself from what it allowed to get loose in the first place.